That's what your body does, but when does it do it? While you're asleep! It's doing other things while you're awake. Wondering what you're drinking. Wondering what you're... Panel, got it. I caught myself shut up.
You know what? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I'm genuinely thrilled. Guys, you need that sleep or you're not going to make it. And it's not a tired thing. It's not a you will be too exhausted to enjoy the con. It is a you will get sick.
You will die. It is inevitable. Inside joke, we're not explaining it to you.
No, not now. Oh, God. Please do that for yourselves. 6 hours of sleep a night is going to let you enjoy so many more hours of the convention, even though you're not going to want to do it.
Things that are not sleep.
Oh, no.
8-hour energy drink.
They're not 8. Oh, my God, you're mixing them, aren't you?
No. I have just encountered the furry who took 2 4-hour energy drinks, poured them into one glass, and shot the entire glass.
Don't do that, please. Red Bull energy drink is not a nap. Red Bull and vodka is quite the opposite. No. And of course, wandering around with a sleep mask on is dangerous and still not a nap. And why do we have to tell people to stop doing that? So, that's the 6. Next, what's the 2? Meals. 2 full meals. Now, that's a more difficult one. I never sit down for a meal. In fact, in my room right now, I have peanut butter, I have jelly, I have bread, I have some fruit, and of course, a giant pound cake that somebody gave me that I already ate half of, touching none of my other food. I'm not smart, don't do that.
The last time we ate a full meal was lunch yesterday. Do not be like us.
Oh, God. That was a good meal.
Yeah, it was.
We got steak. All right, guys, please remember to eat. These guys have to yell at me at cons. You will be distracted. There's so many things going on here. You're not going to get hungry because you're not going to notice it. At some point, sit down and put something semi-healthy into your system. Something that's supposed to be green, emphasis on supposed to. Not that, stop it. Guys, please, for the love of God, get those into you. And yeah, Cliff Bar is a nice way to wake up, that's fine. At some point, go have a salad. We had a gentleman visiting from out of the country. They came from a place that did not eat like Americans did. The Sunday of the convention, I took him out to lunch, and I watched his eyes go as wide as saucers. Why? He saw a piece of lettuce, and his entire body went that. After eating this, he was a different person. Your body needs this stuff. You don't always recognize it, and it is so easy to skip meals. Grab some friends, have a snack.
You're here on a budget. We understand it. That happens. There are grocery stores all around here. There's an Aldi's within ordering distance from DoorDash. A loaf of bread, peanut butter, and some ham does not cost a lot of money. Buy it, put it in your room, have a sandwich. That's what we do.
Get ready for the 0. Next one. What's the 1?
Shower.
I'm so glad all of you know that. Because rules 1 and 2, those are for all of us. Rule 3 is for everyone else. For the love of God, shower. And just so you know, Boozy, what's inside of that shower? There we go. I'm going to give him room. He's very passionate about this.
I have had, over the years of doing this, people comment that you think we treat you like children at this part of it. And they say, do they really think we don't know to sleep, eat, and shower? And I would like to say you know how to do 2 of those 3 things, because the last one I keep having to explain. So rather than get highly technical, I'm just going to describe the process in very small words. Have you all ever been outside and water magically falls from the sky?
Yeah.
It's rain, right? The magic sky water. I have news for you. In your room, there is a smaller room. And in that smaller room is an even smaller room. It's maybe a glass box. It may look like some type of wash basin with a strange metal apparatus coming. Don't be afraid of it. So here is what you are going to do. You are going to climb in that box. You are going to turn one of the knobs. I do not care which one. And all of a sudden, magic rain will fall inside. As the magic inside rain box starts working, I need you to climb into it and stand under the rain. I do not care if you take your clothing off at this point. To be honest, if this is how you are understanding this concept, your clothes need the wash too. Once in there, there is going to be a small white bar or some squirt pumps beside you, okay? There will be several languages on those squirt pumps. One of them will say gel douche. It is not a goofer, that's an ass. Pardon me, sir. I'm sorry. That's my one.
Oh, you get to do it!
I mean, we're dads. We both know. Like, we get it. Fair enough. You want to take that, rub it all over your body, and stand under the inside magic rain until it washes off. Then get out and go back to the rest of the convention. I am begging you, use the magic rain box. Oh my God.
And finally, the number you don't hear, I need you again for this one, possibly 0. Boozy, is there any laws they should know about?
I'm a lawyer. I'm not your lawyer, however, I am a licensed attorney in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and here we go. 1, people come here from all over, and the laws on certain things differ. One of those things is a certain leafy green substance. In the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, it is not legal for recreational use. It is legal only for medicinal use. You must have a medical card to purchase, possess, or use it. Things that are not legal for use, even on a medicinal, the actual green substance that cannot be rolled or smoked legally for medical purposes in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. There are penalties that accrue to this. It is a misdemeanor for usage in most places. I say in most places because we are in the city of Pittsburgh. The city of Pittsburgh has decriminalized the use of that substance and possession of it below 30 grams. However, decriminalized does not mean there is no penalty. It just means it is no longer a misdemeanor. It is what they call a summary offense. You pay a fine. The fine right now, I believe, is about $25 plus court costs. Court costs is going to bump it up to somewhere between $150 to $200 if you are cited with it. Here's your other one. While it's decriminalized within the city of Pittsburgh, it is not decriminalized within the state of Pennsylvania, and it is not decriminalized within the county of Allegheny. Officers get to choose what they charge you under. Okay? Why is this important? I'm not trying to harsh your good time. Please be sure to have one while you're here, but be responsible about it. Any drug-related conviction can carry severe penalties. One of those penalties, even if it's not jail time, even if it's not a fine, is you can be disqualified from some government programs, including, looking at the audience, this may be important, student loans. Kindly be careful and be aware. Also, under no circumstances do you provide any mind-altering substance of any type to somebody below the legal age. I know you were all thinking, oh, 18. No! We're in Pennsylvania. The legal age in Pennsylvania for all substances is 21 years of age. Okay? There are penalties for provision of any of those to minors. If you're having a room party, if you are drinking in there, you're having a good time, I hope you are doing so responsibly, but please remember, it is your responsibility to make sure everybody in that room is over the age of 21 if you are going to have alcohol there. You do need to be checking IDs. I will tell you from experience and defending clients how the police are going to determine these things. If they show up to your room and there is somebody under the age of 21 in that room, who are they going to charge if none of you will admit who gave that kid alcohol? You. Whoever's in the room, all of you, every single one of you is catching a charge, and they do not care which one or if they convict all of you. Just be careful and be responsible. That's all I ask. That's all the convention asks. Also, if you do give alcohol to minors, we will yank your badge because in addition to everything else, I'm this con's legal advisor, and I will tell them to yank your badge if I find out you are giving any substance to a minor.
And that leads us back to you. know your limits. We are all here to have fun this weekend. I have fun at these cons and have been for over 20 years. But over those 20 years, I've changed my definition of fun. If you've been around forever, you know what I used to do. I enjoy to drink every now and then. Every now and then being always. And that started hurting conventions. I didn't know my limits. My friends and me have a rule. And last night it came up. If you were at MST3K last night, it's actually the most I have drank in quite some time. I had a really good time. And for the first time in years, my friends had to pull an old rule. They said, you look like you need to go to bed. That's our code phrase. That was them telling me, I think you're getting a little out of control. And I went to bed. And now this morning, I got to wake up at 9 and do a panel that I messaged them last night. There is no way in hell I'm making that panel tomorrow. I read it this morning. It came out as, hey! But he understood it, and that worries me more than anything else.
The only reason I understand it is how just when people tell you we have a panel at 10 a.m. tomorrow, please go to bed.
Yeah. Please know your limits. Please listen to your friend. And remember, there's always tomorrow. Don't go too hard today when you can get some rest and still enjoy tomorrow. Conventions happen in their area once a year. AnthroCon emphasizes that more than any of them. This is one of the, probably the, largest furry convention. There's people here you are only going to get to see this one time a year. And there's a certain magic to that, because you get to see them every year. We run this panel because we want you to play every minute with them. So please, follow 621, know your limits, know the rules of the area, and have the best time possible for the longest time possible. And I think that's the last of pitching at them. Now we can just go into
Language!
Is that a swear too?
Yes!
Your English sucks.
No! What?
I'm sorry, did you just have to center, Sensei? Yell at me, Senpai.
Just hit him.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. If he hits me, he'll break his hand. It's great. What are you going to see at FurCon? So we had a lot of people saying this is their first convention. We had a lot of people saying this is their first furry convention. So we want to start off with something that is very important to us, and that is fursuits. Fursuits are something, oh, look at them already waving at me, not able to see me in the slightest. They can't understand what we're saying, they can't see where they're going, but they're adorable.
However, he says they can't understand what we're saying. Watch this. Do we have a volunteer who wants to come show off their fursuit? Oh, every hand's up! Now you understand it! But hey, you can't go down that escalator! Oh no, you can't hear it then!
Oh, they can go down the escalator very quickly. My friend, would you mind coming up here? And Bird, would you mind coming up for a second? Bird. Haley and Bird. Second. Wing Beat. Guys, let's hear it for Kaylee and Wing Beat. I will let you guess which one is which. These are fursuits. Now, before we get going, I want to go into what these are and are not. A fursuit is a representation of their characters. A fursuit is a representation of what they want to put forward. A fursuit is something that takes either an insane amount of effort or a ludicrous amount of money to acquire. People wait years to get their fursuits, and when they get them, it is more than a possession. It is more than something you cherish. It can become you. Some of us hide behind masks. My top hat, my coat, this is alkaline. If you meet me outside, I'm exactly the same. I'm just an idiot. But other people need that barrier. I have watched people come into this fandom who could not say 2 words to me in person, They put on their fursuit, and I watched the most playful person go out into the wild and get to be the person that they would want to be every day.
I can summarize this better than any of our speeches right now.
Oh, please.
Who knows Zootopia? I say at a furry convention. One of the artists who works for Disney on Zootopia is a furry. Was not a furry when they made Zootopia. We recruited them. He is a friend of ours, and he did a comic, or a one-shot comic, I believe. And it was from a friend of his at a furry convention who is a fursuiter, who is sitting there in the bodysuit, holding the head of the fursuit, looking at it, and it was the quote they had said, "That was all before he saved me," talking about the fursuit and how it had opened them up to be themselves and perform and give them something else in life to hold on to at a very dark time in their life. That is the best representation of what this big moron's trying to say.
Yeah. We'll never hear somebody call a fursuit a costume. They're not. These are living, breathing pieces of art. And we do need to remember to treat them that way. We don't want to damage someone else's fursuit. Why? One, that would destroy them. And two, that would destroy you. Boozy lawyer, what happens if you damage a fursuit?
First, quick question. Who thinks they know what the highest priced fursuit currently to have sold is?
Oh, no.
Right here, you shut up. Do you actually know it? You seem like you do. What do you got? Shut up.
Sorry, no, he almost fell. It was funny.
$50,000.
You're actually very close. There was one a few years ago that went for 46. A better one came not too long ago. What do we got?
64,000.
Got it.
$64,000. It is a quadruped fursuit with cooling elements made by H.R. Geiger, who designed the xenomorphs for the Aliens movies.
What happens when you destroy a fursuit?
Guess what happens if you damage someone's fursuit? You can be sued to pay for it. How many of you have $64,000 sitting around? We need to be friends. Very honestly, if you damage somebody's personal property, whether intentionally or not, they can take you to court and they can ask that you pay for the repair or replacement of that property. And when you get to one-of-a-kind items like this, you're talking about large amounts of money because you can't go to the fursuit store and buy that fursuit. This is a handmade piece of art by a specific maker. They take months and in some cases years to make. That is not just a horrible thing to damage from a personal perspective, from a financial perspective. I mean, if you intentionally damage somebody's fursuit, I will go to my boss and get permission to represent them to sue you. I won't actually do that. You got to pay me. But that's the idea that we're getting here. So please, just be careful when you're around fursuits. Now, that's not saying that there's an accident. Everybody understands accidents happen. If you're walking to the convention center with a drink, somebody bumps into you, or you bump into somebody and spill the drink, yeah, offer to pay to have the fursuit cleaned. But nobody's going to think that you walked up and threw a drink on them or did that intentionally. What we are talking about here is damaging a fursuit in ways that you really should know to avoid.
Which again, bear that in mind. We adore fursuiters and we want to interact with them. In fact, your suit looks insanely fluffy. May I, pull the trigger. That's amazing. I did want to interact with the fursuit. It looks fluffy. First off, I asked, a fursuit is not consent. We do not wander around randomly hugging fursuits. We do not glomp fursuits. If you don't know what that means, apparently it's just tackling, but cuter? I don't know.
It's assault, but with rabbit ears.
I like that. I like that one.
What about booping?
Oh, no, just don't. No. And when I interacted with the suit, where did I interact? I went for the arm. Guys, we don't touch the face. This is a fursuit, not an actual animal. I used the balls of my fingers. I experienced the fursuit. I saw how fluffy it is. I had a quick conversation. I did not scritch the fursuit. That fur doesn't grow back. You do not boop the nose. You have no idea the electronics going on inside of there or how close their face is to the plastic. And most importantly, at no point would we ever reach out and grab the tail, no matter how cute, no matter how loose you think. You have no idea how that is attached.
Or ears.
Just don't touch the ears. Some of those are magneted on, and then you feel horrible when you think you've dismembered somebody. The other thing we want to go over is you're going to see these guys wandering around, having a good time, partying and dancing. Could you get behind the bird? I'm going to get behind right and left.
Yep.
When walking down the hallway, we want to show you something. When you can see my hands, raise the same hand. This one, this one. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. There is right to left. Now my favorite. Boozy. This hand up. This hand down. Down. Up.
This is actually really good vision.
Not bad either.
Yeah.
A little lower. There. Lower. There we go.
They've got better vision than I do. So,
Fursuiters are looking through a tank slot. They don't have great vision. So what do we not do? We do not run in front of fursuiters while they're moving. They didn't see you till the last second. It is also incredibly acceptable to warn a fursuiter when they are about to collide with something because they can only see down to here. What's down here? Chairs. What's down here? Debris.
trash cans.
Trash cans. Oh, what else is down there? Oh, right. Children!
There are children down here, and I will admit, I do take a certain amount of enjoyment from watching like a fox become a toddler. But my name's also on the insurance policy.
We did see at First Squared 2 larger fursuiters that enjoy the plushiness of the fursuit, running towards each other to hug. A child tried to come along. Oh wait! This was
We
the
had it in
scariest.
memoriam reel. It was.
The large fursuiter kicked the child, who went flying towards the other giant plush fursuit.
Bounced into them and off.
Into them, off of them, hit the ground, got up, laughed their
Yeah,
ass
I
off.
swear to God, the best part of it though, because at this time, he was the chairman. And we're standing at the bar, we watched that happen, and I swear to God, I heard him go, boom.
You all terrify me so much. We want to let you know that because the fursuiters are going to be wandering around all weekend. We want you to know about not damaging the suits because, again, they can't see. We mentioned the spilling the Coke. They don't know where they're going all the time. They're just trying to get from point A to point B. Please make room for them. Please remember their visual range. And if you're staying at one of the hotels here, especially after major fursuiting events, the parade, especially the parade, the dance competition, anything like that, fursuiters get preference on elevators. Why? Because heat stroke is a thing. We want them to be able to get back up to their room and get out of the fursuit and be comfortable. Please, please, please allow the fursuiters access to the elevator first so they can go upstairs, take a shower, get out of their suit. Not in that order, screw that up. But you get the idea.
Now, if you are a fursuiter, you're going to see places around here marked as the Headless Lounge. That is a place for you to go, sit down, take off the head of your suit, put it on a cooling rack or an air rack so it can dry out, have some water, and relax. Those areas are specifically for fursuiters. No members of the general public should be in there. Now, they are generally allowed to have a handler bring them into the lounge. However, the rest of you need to stay out. Second, very important, there are no pictures in the Headless Lounge. There are no pictures. People in those suits are in those suits for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it is because they are shy. Other times it's because they don't want to be known by that. There are no pictures in the Headless Lounge.
Can we hear it for our fursuiters, Wingbeat and Taylor? This one, you're right.
We have one last thing about fursuits. This is really for all of you out there who are not fursuiters. We have people in this fandom, they are fursuiters, they're what we call silent suitors. They don't talk and they don't break character, and they are very dedicated to that. However, and they'll do things like wave you off when you ask for a hug. You know, and by the way, if you ask for a hug, can I have a hug? No, no. Don't take it personally. 9 times out of 10, they are overheated, they need to get somewhere, they have to use the restroom, they need water, they need to get to the headless lounge, or they've been suiting all day, and they are essentially a sponge. It's probably nothing to do with you, and I say probably because even after my yelling, some of you are not going to listen to the one rule still, and it may be you. That makes it a little more difficult in some situations. We have a lot of high-energy activities here. We're going to have a fursuit parade, there's going to be fursuit games, there's going to be fursuit dance comps, and the nightly dances where people are going to be there and they're going to be dancing. And you will walk around and at some point you are going to see a fursuiter laying on the ground or back up against the wall, and oh, so cute, they are sleeping or they are tired, right? Maybe, they could also be dead inside the box suit because heat exhaustion is a thing. When you see that, if you are concerned, walk up and it is completely appropriate to say, hey, are you okay?
And what should the answer be?
The answer should be thumbs up, right? No! The first thing to go when you get overheated is your ability to effectively communicate. If you get a thumbs up and you are worried it's a higher achievement, say, I need a verbal answer. Because if they say, yes, I'm fine, they're fine. If they say, marshmallows! Then you need to do something else. And what do you need to do? You need to stand there and you need to point to 2 people. You say, you, please go get security. You, or safety. You, please go get safety. You, please get some water. Don't try to take the fursuit head off. You don't know what's going on under there. Maybe they have an injury. You can make it worse. You want to get safety. You want to get some type of water there for when safety arrives. Right? You do not say, somebody go get safe. They have done studies on this. If you say somebody, everyone assumes somebody else is doing it. Point one person out. You please go get safety, which is the second part. On the back of your badge, you're going to see a number. It's right there at the bottom, and it says, well, at the top if you're looking at it. It says Con-Ops and Harassment Hotline, 412-PA-FURRY. That is a specific phone number. It rings to the safety and security offices over in 309 in the Convention Center, and Con-Ops has a hotline specifically for AnthroCon. It is manned 24 hours. If you see a situation where you need to get safety and you cannot find one of our safety crew in their red vest or somebody with a yellow staff lanyard, mine's a little different, his is a little different, but that man right in the front row is an AnthroCon staff lanyard. Thank you. So you see somebody with that, you cannot find him, call that number. Let them know where you are and what is going on. Somebody will show up, okay? We want everybody to have a safe time here. And that means we look out for each other because above all else, this fandom is a community.
And that's something else we wanted to bring up, because we're about to get into what to do. If this is your first... What?
Run.
If this is your first con, wow. If this is your first FurCon, wow. Some of us are overwhelmed. I didn't know a lot of people coming into my first con, and to make up for that, I got insanely drunk and crazy and had a good time. And then I learned the right way to do it later. I started talking to a bunch of people. There are events, panels, parties going on here all weekend. I didn't know how to talk to people at the time. I'm just a crazy person who screams a lot, runs, and smokes. That was it. And for some reason, you guys gave me a stage. Still not sure on that one. But at the end of the day, I started having more fun when I started going to panels, not just the entertainment panels, the panels that I was just interested in. The meet and greets. The informational panels. I went to a rocket furs panel. I thought we were going to build bombs. No, they were actually building model rockets. Which is how I learned how to build a small bomb. But that's neither here nor there. These panels, I realized how important they are to the fandom. Why? Because the moment exact same thing you are into.
Panels that you are going to see this week, and some of which have already happened. Yesterday, there was a ham radio licensing exam held at AnthroCon. Yep. This morning we have panels on financial responsibility. We have panels about building a resume. We have panels about networking. We have special interest panels. If you're into a certain show, we have plenty of those. Yes. Oh dear Lord, do we have plenty of those. We have species meet and greets that are going to be going on, I believe, over in Hall C basically all weekend. There's got to be something for everybody. We're going to hit panels on law. Guess who's hosting those?
Guess who's messing with those?
But there's something for everybody. If you like model trains, oh my God, we have so many model train panels.
How is Ezra not here?
But it's all being put together for you and to help build a sense of community. And remember, everybody who does these panels, none of them are paid for that. None of them. Nobody at this con is getting paid. It's all volunteers, and your panelists are going to be people who are taking time out of their convention to help provide programming and help you have something to do right here. It can be overwhelming. If you need to know where to do it, on the back of your badge, once again, there's a QR code. That QR code will take you to the schedule. That is the online schedule. It is always going to be the most up-to-date schedule for the convention. I say that because sometimes things happen. I know last year we had a couple panelists who at the last minute could not make it, and we did not know until an hour before their panel. So check Sketch, look through it. There's nice color coding based on what type of event is there. You'll be able to search if you find a panelist that you really like or a performer you really like. You'll be able to search by their information and see what else they're doing there. There's also our print con books that you can find right by ConOps. ConOps is con operations. It's right over there in room 308, and directly across the hall from it in 309 is our safety and medical office.
Other way around.
You know what? They're right across from each other. I'm in the right general area.
Go that way. Live.
Just walk.
Just walk. These panels offer a moment where you know who's in the room. You know what they're interested in. They're interested in the thing you are interested in. Talk to them. Meet people. Panels are an amazing time to make new friends, and we already talked about this. This con happens once a year. There are people from all over the world. Do you know why AnthroCon is the size it is? Because out of every convention I go to, and between the two of us, that's a lot.
We travel around the country doing this shtick. Please help me. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Guys, this con is as big as it is because people who make friends here don't miss it. You make friends here, and you come back every year, and you see people that because of how the world is today, because we are all so close while being so far, you can make some of your best friends, and you'll get to see them once a year in this wonderful environment.
And because this is AnthroCon, I get to do something I don't get to do anywhere else on this panel.
What's that?
We have a secret attendee at AnthroCon. We have it every year.
Oh, yeah.
The secret attendee is the city of Pittsburgh. AnthroCon has been in Pittsburgh for almost 20 years. We bring millions of dollars annually into the city's revenue for 4 days. It is the single largest event held annually in Pittsburgh. They love us.
They love money.
But what that means is we have, with the here at AnthroCon, a special relationship with the city and with our business partners around the city. You're going to see AnthroCon specials at the restaurants around the DLCC. For what they call Furryland Pizza, which is Pizza Parm, which used to be Fernando's. That has a very strong relationship with the convention. They have merchandising every year. You're going to see specials for all that. And additionally, tomorrow, not only is there a fursuit parade, but afterwards there is a fursuit block party that will go on. I shouldn't even say a fursuit block party. There is a block party that will go on the rest of the day, and that is a chance for the people of Pittsburgh to come and meet the furries. Gets really kind of frightening if you stop and think about it. But it is a wonderful time to interact with the city, so please, if you're looking at the schedule and you're going, there's nothing here I want to do for the next 5 hours, and my friends are off site, or we just don't know what to do, and we don't want to hang out in the hotel room, get an Uber, go see some of the city, come back, we will still be here.
And finally, just what else to do? There should be something for you to do at all times. We have a video game room, wonderful place to blow off some steam with friends. The board game room has constant activities going around and a giant selection of games that you can rent out and play. They have events going on throughout the weekend. If you go to the board gaming room, you can find RPGs, you can find tabletops, you can find miniature games. The panels going on this weekend, we already talked about the informational. There's also just straight entertainment. In fact, myself and him are going to be doing quite a few comedy panels this weekend.
We have a comedy show this afternoon right before Uncle Kage's Story Hour over at Main Events.
Where we're going to just make fun of him.
Just for a solid, by the way, you should come to that one because this is the first year they've allowed us back on main stage since an unfortunate bagel-related incident.
You! Oh my God! No, we can't give context here. There's kids in the audience.
Kids leave.
Don't worry. What did you just say? Kids leave? What are you, Las Vegas FurryCon?
Alpha will be doing open mic and comedy basics here, I believe, in this room at noon. Normally I join him for that, but I actually have to take that to go set up for the next one, which is the Legal Funhouse. That is a podcast that we do, that we always do a live recording of here. There's going to be tonight a mock trial.
Yep,
Yeah.
very curious tonight. And of course, interactive panels. You're going to see Iggy the Dinosaur running quite a few improv panels this weekend. There's a lot of audience participation there. One of the biggest audience participation panels, Whose Line Is It Anyway? If you've ever, oh thank you. If you've ever wanted to try getting up there and having your chance on that stage, this is it. Go up there, improvise with me for a little bit. It's for the audience. It only lasts about an hour and a half. Huge group, try to get there a little bit early.
Tomorrow night, there's going to be AnthroCon tonight, and that is essentially a talent show for the furry fandom. You're going to get to see some of the most amazing talent in this fandom get up there. We have had bands, we have had comedians, we have had jugglers, we have had gymnasts, we have had opera singers on that stage. I highly encourage you to go to AnthroCon tonight and see some of the amazing talent this fandom has to offer.
And of course, to finish this one off, how can you get involved? Maybe you heard this and weren't thinking about the panels you wanted to go to. Maybe you're like me and started thinking about the panels you want to run. That's the thing. Like he's told you, everything here is volunteers. It's too late this year, but if you enjoy yourself, if you're coming back next year and you have an idea, all it takes is an email.
The only way we get free is if we recruit some of you.
And finally, another thing that you can do with your convention, and I highly recommend it just because the community. I do hope that some of you find the magic that I have found in this community. I hope you guys make the friends that I have made here. And when that happens, sometimes you do feel like giving back a little bit. Sometimes you just have a lot of downtime and don't know what to do for a few hours where all of your friends are getting drunk and you are already drunk and you don't want to be more drunk. Operations also has a volunteering table. Before doing this, I started sitting in front of a door checking ID badges over 20 years ago. I am now on the board of directors at 5 different conventions. 4 different conventions. I think I just shut one down. 6 different conventions. It is a very rewarding experience, and if you don't know how it works, yes, sometimes you will just be put into a position that they need someone for. ID checker, hallway monitor, just giving a hand. But if there's something you enjoy, or if, God forbid, you show competence, that's the quickest way onto staff possible. Join us, won't you?
I'll be honest, I got the good experience. They at least bought me dinner before they made me staff.
If it makes you feel any better, I've also stolen enough money from you over the years that you paid for that dinner.
One last thing, and then we're going to take questions. And this is something very near and dear to my heart. You've heard me say a couple times, the furry fandom really is a community. And in communities, we support each other, and we do not let other people tear you down and tear our friends down. If at any point this weekend you see anything like that, or God forbid it happens to you, please immediately let our safety team know. They are very responsive. How responsive? I have been called off stage in the middle of a main stage performance to handle issues before. We don't care what we're doing. Our big concern is that you stay safe and have fun during this con. So please, let us know so we can take care of any situations that may arise.
Thank you guys for that. Before we close this one up, does anyone have any questions for us? All the way in back, yell it out.
The parade, where's the best way to watch it if you're not participating?
That depends. You do do have outside, there's a portion that goes around. Now that tends to get very, very crowded out there. It's only a very short portion that goes out from under the overlook. It tends to get very, very crowded, but it will have chairs. The city of Pittsburgh really comes out for the parade. However, you're an attendee. So along the parade route, and they will mark off where the parade route will be inside the convention center, anywhere along there, you can stand to see the parade as they walk by.
And let me make it clear, the moment this starts, you will know exactly where to stand. This is a throng of people. Also, you'll hear me standing at the top of the escalator screaming at them not to die. So follow my voice, and I'll give you a good place to stand. Any other questions? So I keep saying ears and these are hands.
So you mentioned earlier that it was best to like have a verbal answer for asking if somebody was okay. What if it's one of those fursuiters?
The silent fursuiters have probably been doing this long enough to know that they will answer. That is a safety question. Unless they have just decided to jump into the deep end and go right into that, they are aware that they need to answer that question. And honestly, if they don't, if they just stay silent, call safety anyway. Safety will get them to answer that question. This is for your safety. We take that seriously. But no problem. But they will answer it. Anyone else? Did I see a hand over here? All the way back over there. Yell it out, buddy.
So I was curious about considering the food vegetarian. I was trying to call an Uber last night, and I was getting a zero reception around
Oh, you were underneath the DLCC?
Yeah, okay, the question was, what about internet reception, calling an Uber, things like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, yeah, internet reception can be spotty in and under the DLCC. We are very aware of that. Unfortunately, the DLCC, because they sell event internet access, we cannot operate internet hotspot points officially through the convention here. Typically, what you're going to want to do, and this is how I have been doing it over the years, move up towards right in front of the Westin. Everybody's got internet. Every self-service has the connection right there, and you will be able to get a connection very easily. The big problem with DLCC is there's just so much on top of it when you're standing right under it. You do really need to be just right out where there's some open air.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pain. That will happen. Anytime you flood an area with this many people, you're going to run into little problems like that.
Yeah.
I do Electric Forest every year. About 70,000 people in a 2-mile square radius. You just put your cell phone in the garbage. It's easier that way. Anyone else with questions? Over here, friend.
Do you have any kind of like specific group or needs that don't have current friends or at AnthroCon that are looking to make new friends?
That is a wonderful question, and
I think the Telegram.
there are Telegram groups out there. There is a official con Telegram group. There's some unofficial ones. Yeah, well, Telegram and Discord. Yeah, there is Discord.
Yeah, there is
I just
Discord.
don't use Discord that often.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we will tend to say if you go to meetups or common interest things, that's the best way to meet. There did used to be some new fur meetups. I don't know if there's any on the schedule
There
this
is
year.
not a, I did not see a
Yeah.
new meetup on the schedule.
So,
But that just means that I would highly recommend exactly the same thing I did when I got sick of coming to these things to drink and party, and that was it. When I wanted to experience the fandom more, I started going to panels that interest me. Not just the entertainment panels, but the meet and greets and the special interest ones. Because again, the
special
moment you
interest
walk
ones,
into that room, you know that those people share your interest.
Yeah.
You have an immediate thing that you can talk to them about. It's a perfect icebreaker, and it's a wonderful way to talk to people. Some of us are very awkward. Believe it or not, in a small group, I am incredibly awkward. I don't do that well talking to people when I don't know what to talk about. Those panels help.
I'll put it this way. I have children. They don't come to this one with me. It's far too large for that, and neither am I. Spouse and I are both on staff here. But one of my kids is neurodivergent, and I'll tell you a great way that he was able to meet people in the video game room.
Yeah.
Going and sitting down and playing Mario Kart. So,
No, we appreciate you. Thank you. Anyone else? Over here, green shirt. Yep.
So I have specific food restrictions, so I can't eat at a lot of places
rentable lockers. I am not sure exactly where they are. However, the con ops right over there will be able to tell you exactly where they are, but there are rentable lockers on site.
Hold on, somebody actually, where was that? Fourth floor?
Fourth
Yeah,
floor.
but like the rooftop terraces, I noticed that there was some.
Thank
there.
you so much. Yeah, no, I didn't know we were doing that.
Yeah, we started doing it last year.
That's really good. Any other questions? Over here?
I was a little late, so I think I missed it, but what's the 631 rule?
That's not 631.
No, it can be 631.
That's
You can have 3 meals a day.
That's for inflatable furs.
Once again, if you miss it, 6 hours of sleep, 2 meals a day, 1 shower, at least 1 shower. You can take more than 1 shower. I'm okay if you take more than 1 shower.
Right here, go for it.
Less of a question, more a suggestion. You may want to go over the symptoms of heat stroke and heat exhaustion.
Yeah. Just remember, a non-responsive fursuiter, if they are not communicating properly, that's what we're really looking for. But genuinely, if you see any kind of problem, just get safety. Just get safety. They should be dealing with it, not you. They have been trained to deal with this stuff. But no, if you see something wrong, let safety go.
There's actually, and I know what you're talking about, there is a good infographic that recently came out regarding that, but I don't have a copy of it.
It's my safety.
It's on the.
I got one on my
It's
way
There we go.
for
Yeah.
last year's prom.
To finish this off, we're going to end with, you will get out of this convention what you put into it. I told you my mistakes. It's one of the reasons I run this panel. When I started the furry fandom, what did I give into the convention? My drunken attitude. What did I get back? Days calling into sick to work and a lot of time recovering in bed. And when I started participating, when I started going to panels, when I started making friends, I found a family. I truly hope that this community, this one-of-a-kind community that exists so separately than anything else. Some of you said that you've been to cons, but not fur cons. Anime, special interest cons, all of those are amazing. I love going to them, but it's different. Why? Because they have a product. A convention based off of an anime needs that anime to exist. They need that content to have new content. Furries don't have that.
Maybe Disney.
No, we just take their content, edit it, and then get sued. Furries are fans of themselves. We create our content. The things in Dealer's Den were created by furries for the furries here.
They are all original creations, and if anyone from Disney's legal department shows up, that's the story we're sticking to.
Thank you. Always remember that you have found a one-of-a-kind community that has been so near and dear to me and to so many people. Open yourself up to it, enjoy yourself, and if at any point you're not having a good time, you don't know what to do, find somebody with a staff badge. Hell, find one of us. Because at the end of the day, we really care about 2 things. 1, your safety. And 2,
Can I get you to carry water to me during a panel?
3 things. Buy me a beer. 4 things. We want you to see this fandom the same way we see it. As a community that has helped so many people become what they truly want to be. My name is Alkali. This is Boozy Badger. Thank